Football has a long history of defenders who all of a sudden decide that they're suddenly world-class strikers. There's Roberto Carlos defying physics against France, or there's Benjamin Pavard against Argentina in 2018. Fullbacks are traditionally tasked with hugging the sideline, putting crosses in, and preventing the wingers of the opposing team to come and attack. But every so often, defender has a Hail Mary moment and decides to absolutely belt it. This time, it's Atletico Madrid's Nahuel Molina. And not just one time. He did it in back-to-back weekends against two different opponents. And now it's not a far-fetched thing to say that a Puskas Award nomination is not too far away. The 27-year-old Atletico Madrid and Argentina right-back is already a World Cup and a Copa America champion. He scored the crucial goal against Netherlands in the World Cup quarterfinals after latching on to a delicious Messi pass. But at club level, he hadn't scored a goal in nearly 2 years before he scored these back-to-back golazos. On March 14, 2026, Atletico Madrid hosted city rivals Getafe at the Riyadh Air Metropolitano, their home ground. The match was a classic gritty match. Getafe, led by José Bordalás, and Atleti, led by Diego Simeone, two of the toughest managers in La Liga to break down. Of course, Getafe had set up a defensive line that Atleti's front line was finding it really hard to penetrate. The game was very tight, it was locked in a frustrating stalemate, but then something happened. Getafe defender Kiko Femenía misplaced the pass. Suddenly on the left wing, an unusual face popped up. It was Nahuel Molina, the right back for Atletico Madrid. Somehow he found himself on the left wing of the Atleti attack and just decided to take control of the ball. He pounced on it, took one touch to take it away from the defender, and from approximately 30 yards unleashed a dipping, swerving rocket into the top right corner. Goalkeeper David Soria had no chance to stop that goal. In fact, any goalkeeper in the world had no chances to stopping that goal. That was the only goal that could break down Getafe's defense, and it came from the unlikeliest of places, the right back, Nahuel Molina. That strike delivered all 3 points for Atletico Madrid, which was crucial in their run-up in staying for the Champions League points. But everyone thought it was just a one-off, even though people were already calling for the Puskas Award nomination for Molina after that strike. Everyone thought, oh, it's just a lucky break. Maybe he just took it on. He just felt like it and did it. But something happened that completely changed the mind of many other people. You see, for many strikers, that would probably be the best goal of their entire career. But for Molina, it was just a warm-up. Approximately 8 days later, Atletico Madrid traveled to their cross-city rivals Real Madrid to the Santiago Bernabéu to play the Madrid derby. This time, Molina didn't start the game, but he came on as a substitute in the 57th minute. When the game was 2-1 in the 67th minute, Julián Álvarez passed Nahuel Molina in a more familiar position, I would say. In the right side of the field, he was cutting inside, he was trying to get into the box from the right back position. For some reason, again, he felt like he was in the right position to shoot, and he just decided to go for it. Mind you, this is a right back that hadn't scored a goal in La Liga in nearly 2 years before his strike the previous week. Real Madrid's defense perhaps underestimated his striking abilities because no one made any attempt to close him down. Without hesitation, Molina hammered a piercing pile driver of a shot from 25-30 yards that arrowed across the box and nestled into the far top corner, leaving Andriy Lunin rooted to the spot. That equalizer made it 2-2 in a thrilling Madrid derby, but Vinicius took the lead for Real Madrid just a few moments later, so that goal was a bit underplayed. These back-to-back streamers don't really go along with the persona, the style of play that Molina has kind of been famous for in the last few years. Move to Udinese in 2020 marked the first of his European arrival, from which then he moved to Atletico Madrid in 2022 for less than 20 million euros. Since then, he has been a very dependable defender for Simeone, making over 170 appearances across all competitions. But prior to March 2026, Molina's goals were not that much of a talked about topic at Atletico. He had scored like maybe 7 or 8 goals in his entire Atletico Madrid career before the first game against Getafe. But also the way that Simeone has recently started to set his team up was probably one of the reasons that Molina finally is able to kind of go forward and have the bravery to take on the shots. Under Diego Simeone, Atletico Madrid frequently operates in a system that relies heavily on wing-backs providing width and attacking trust. Under Diego Simeone, creative players like Julián Álvarez work to pull the markers out of position, which is why the pockets of space open up on the right. And that allows a player like Molina, a fullback, to kind of go forward and take that shot of risk. Whether these are just lucky coincidence, which is hard to say that, or Molina really was hiding a rocket of a right foot all these years, one thing is for certain, that no one's going to give Molina that much amount of space ever again on the ball. But what is this talk about the Puskas? Well, the FIFA Puskas Award is an annual award given to the most aesthetically pleasant or the most beautiful goal of the football season. Overhead kicks, outrageous set pieces, and long-range goals like the ones that Molina scored have previously won the award in the past. The Puskas Award is judged on several criteria, whether it's the aesthetics, importance in the match, fair play, how much less of luck was required in that ball going in, and I think both of his strikes against Getafe and Real Madrid fit those boxes perfectly. It's unheard to get nominated twice in a single year for 2 goals. So I think if the committee has to choose one goal for the nomination, it has to be the second goal that he scored against Real Madrid. Not taking anything away from the Getafe goal, but the strike against Real Madrid showed that it was not just luck. It's something that is part of his skill set and something that he can do week in, week out. Getafe might be considered a lucky goal if you look at it from a wider kind of negative angle. But if you can do it against Real Madrid at the Bernabéu in a Madrid derby, then there is no more luck involved. That just shows that it's pure skill, and I think Molina has completely proved that. I'm submitting my early nomination for the Puskas Award, and I think the goal against Real Madrid should be right up there. Whether he claims the Puskas Award, something must come his way. He's gonna get the La Liga goal of the season, goal of the month. Something will come his way, but I don't know why I felt like making a video about just to make people aware that, okay, there is a defender in La Liga who's playing right back for a Simeone team who just came out of nowhere and scored 2 goals that strikers would probably love to have in their own arsenals, but probably will never attempt it because they're not so brave. But this right back from Argentina just decided to put it on a plate and completely obliterate the concept of a defensive fullback. With that being said, do you think Molina's goals deserve a Puskas Award, any sort of recognition? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, then make sure you drop a like, subscribe to La Liga Week, let me know your thoughts, and if you're subscribed, then what are you doing? Like the video, man. And I will see you very soon. I'll see you in the next one. Well, you know what I say. Hasta luego.